Hi guys, what's going on? My name is Alexandru and today I'm gonna show you how to make a video that looks like this.
I'm on the move, I'm going up. I'm a man on a mission with no missions and I'm looking for love. Oh, I'm just looking for love. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Watch out now.
So as you saw, the videos are pretty interesting, pretty cool, I would say, and they have some shots that probably made you think how it was shot. And because of that, I really want to deep dive into how we managed to shoot this wine commercial and how we managed to get rid of unwanted reflections and how we managed to make some shots that looked pretty interesting to some people, including me, because it was pretty interesting to figure out how to make this video look more interesting and how to make it simple, but in the same time really cool. So to start the commercial, we're gonna choose our lights. We're gonna use the Forza 300 and Forza 500, and we're gonna put some pretty huge softboxes on the lights because when you're shooting wines, you have a lot of reflections on the bottle, and you want to keep those reflections as controlled as possible, and you don't really want to see on the bottle that you have put lights there. So pretty much you don't want to take the viewer's attention from the product itself. So because we're using big softboxes, this will allow us to get rid of some of the things that we don't want to show on the bottle. So those lights are really powerful, and because we had some shots where we filmed at really high frame rates, those things are really needed in those cases because we were cranking the lights to the maximum, and we're also shooting with the Laowa probe lens, and this thing has an f14. It really needs a lot of light, especially when you're filming slow motion with it. So we're pretty lucky we have those lights here, and those lights can be used at really high power and all that, so because they are really powerful. So let's mount the lights on. Let's bring this table closer to the center of the room, and then let's just start and build a setup.
Turn the lights on.
So guys, we managed to mount a few lights. So we have here a bigger softbox and we have here a smaller softbox and a white board and a white backdrop. So far we have a lot of light. The bottle is lit pretty well, but we have some unwanted reflection on the bottle and it doesn't look really flattering. Like I can clearly see that there is a light hitting the bottle here and there is a really ugly like streak of light here. So this is what I was talking about when filming bottles, that it's really hard because you have to put the lights in the right direction every time you move the bottle or you make something with it. Otherwise, you will have some pretty ugly light streaks on the bottle itself. One thing that we don't have right now is that we're not able to see inside the bottle and the color of the wine itself. So we're gonna have to put more lights from this point on. But what I want to do right now is I want to put those lights in a way that I have a nice streak of light on the edges of the bottle. So let me show you what I'm going to do. So basically, I'm going to take this light and I'm going to come with it like this. And because the light is in this angle, I'm going to put it down a little bit. And if I look, I'm still having this unwanted light streak there, so I have to be even more careful. So I'm gonna orient this to the background, and it started to look so much better. I'm gonna record on the camera to see how it looks. So basically this is how it looked, and with the light oriented this way, we should be able to have a really nice shape here that gives the bottle its shape and makes it look really, really flattering. And now we have to do something with this one. And since this one is bigger, we're gonna have a different shape on the other side of the bottle. So let me show you. So I managed to get the streak that I wanted. So this is how it looked before, and this is how it looks right now with the light oriented towards the way I want. So basically, if you look here, I have a longer streak of light, and here it's a shorter. So because of that, I'm mimicking the light a little bit different, but now we don't have light here. And this is gonna be the hardest part to make, to put light in front of it without having a reflection. And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. And another problem is we're not seeing the liquid inside of the bottle, because we also wanna see the color of the liquid, of how it looks, and to have a little bit more depth inside of the bottle. So for that, we're gonna put a Nonlight Forza 60 on an L stand, and we're gonna hit it from the back, and it's gonna help us a little bit give more shape to the liquid. And also we're gonna have a little bit of top light that will make this bottle look a little bit more 3D. Also, one thing that I wanna say is that when you're shooting this, be sure to have longer lenses, because like in our case, we have a pretty small backdrop, and if you wanna have more room to play, a longer lens will compress the space between the bottle and the background, and it will give you more room to play with the background. So take this into consideration when you're doing this. And also what I would do, but we cannot do it because the bottle will be rotating. One thing that I would do, I would scratch this label off from the back and put a light directly from the back. But in our case, we need to see this label too, so we're not gonna take it off.
Turn the lights on.
Okay, so right now, as you can see, the light on the bottle is really harsh, and we don't really want that. And because this source has a hard light, we're gonna try to improvise, because we don't really have what I need right now to make it work. So we're gonna use a plastic that comes with the lights, and this is really useful because it's when you put the light through it, it creates a really soft source. So we're gonna try to make this as a China ball. This is how I call it, and hopefully it's gonna work, and it will give us more light into the background as well, and it will make everything more white. So let's try it out. Also, we have to be careful because this is really warm, so we're gonna have to put it like in a way that we don't really affect the light. And as you can see now on the bottle, it looks pretty cool. Because I want the bottle to rotate when I film it, because I want to create an effect that I'm going to show you later, I put this rotating plate with a little bit of white wrap on it, and it's going to look really cool. And we're going to rotate it manually because we don't have the automatic rotating plate. We're going to have to get one, but so far we're going to use this one. And I'm going to show you a pretty interesting effect on how you can achieve some pretty amazing shots using this. But I'm going to get to that a little bit later. So we still need more light on this bottle. So we're going to try to give it a little bit more light on the label itself. So this will be the hardest part, because let me show you what happens when you put a light in front of the bottle.
Turn the lights on.
We're gonna use a Nonlight Mixpanel 150, which is an amazing light. I really adore this light. It's so slim, like check out its design. It has carbon fiber on the back. It has this huge LED panel where you can see your settings and everything. It's an LED screen actually, sorry about that. But It also works with V-mount batteries. We're going to do a separate review about this one in the upcoming video, so stay tuned about it. As you can see right now, we can clearly see that the label is getting lit, but the problem is that we can see where the source of the light comes from. And even if we try with a different source like the Forza 300 or the Forza 500, it will still be really hard to eliminate the reflection of the light source in the bottle. So we have to find a different alternative to this. So after a few minutes of testing out and trying every single possibility to light up this label, we finally realized we can use those Nanlite PavoTube 26C that are really small, and those might actually be the way to go, since they are not so big and we might not have the unwanted reflections that we don't want on the bottle. So we put it on different parts of our set, but the perfect and the most successful way was to put it here. And because we have this rotating plate, the edge of the rotating plate acts like a flag, and we have this beautiful label being lit without any other reflection, which is absolutely amazing. Also, what I want to say is that the reason behind having this rotating plate is that I wanted to recreate some Hollywood shots that usually need a lot of robots and a lot of heavy rigs and expensive setups to make. So I thought, what if I can cut this bottle inside my post-processing software and put a white background and try and zoom in, zoom out the bottle and make some crazy shots with it. And it was actually really easy to make, and the shots that I got are really, really cool. So basically, if you shoot this only once, you can make at least 10 shots with the bottle, because you can cut it, you can multiply it, you can use it in so many different ways. So you only need to be creative when you're filming. You don't have to spend a ton of money on all those crazy rigs. Of course, the most important thing is to have this high quality lighting, because this is going to sell the fact that it's shot on a high budget. But the other things, when it comes to camera movements and special effects, it gets down to who is more creative. And in this case, you can have one shot that can be multiplied using a little bit of creative, and you can get 10 shots or even 15 shots from one shot. So this is crazy. I don't know if you understood what I want to say, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and this tutorial about how we shot those commercials. Hope it was helpful and you can use it on your next shoots. I just want to say that this was my first ever wine commercial. I never shot a wine before, or a bottle or anything like that. I shot food or people or other different stuff, but this was my first one, and I'm pretty proud of how it went down. I probably would have done it even better now after I finished it, but so far so good. I think it's turned out much better than I expected to be for its first try. And yeah, let's hang out more, do more stuff like this, and also subscribe, leave me a comment and if you enjoyed this video, and also follow me on Instagram at Alexandru Don. And until next time, be creative and have some fun. Peace.
I'm on the move, I'm going up. I'm a man on a mission with no missions, and I'm looking for love. Oh, I'm just looking for love. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Watch out now.